What happens when a fashion comeback turns into a family war? Over the next 2 weeks on The Bold and the Beautiful, Los Angeles may look glamorous on the surface, but underneath, everything is shifting. But the real twist? The people returning to town may not come back quietly. So before we dive in, tell me in the comments, do you think Hope belongs at Forrester, or is it finally time for her to build a new legacy at Logan? Now let's break it all down. Hope Logan Spencer is no longer just waiting for answers. She is weighing her future. Brooke may still believe Hope's line is on the edge of a major comeback at Forrester Creations. In Brooke's mind, this should be the moment Hope is finally rewarded for her patience. After weeks of uncertainty, delay, and emotional pressure, Brooke wants to believe Ridge and Steffi will do the right thing. But Hope may not be that optimistic anymore. The problem is not simply that Steffi and Ridge have failed to announce a relaunch date. The deeper issue is what that silence represents. Hope has been left in limbo, forced to smile through vague promises while her career remains in someone else's hands. At Forrester, every delay feels like another reminder that Hope's future can be paused whenever Steffi decides the timing is not right. So when Logan offers Hope a possible new beginning, it may feel less like an impulsive escape and more like a lifeline. Donna may try to warn her not to rush. She may remind Hope that walking away from Forrester could create tension that cannot easily be repaired. But Hope may already feel that the damage has been done. For Hope, signing with Logan would not just be a career move. It would be a declaration. She would be telling Steffi and Ridge that they cannot keep her waiting forever and still expect her loyalty. She would be proving that if Forrester refuses to value her, she can take her name, her vision, and her future somewhere else. But that is exactly why this decision could become dangerous. Because Hope may think she is choosing freedom. Steffi may see it as betrayal. And once that line is crossed, Forrester Creations may not respond with silence anymore. Brooke's confidence could become one of the most painful parts of this storyline. She is excited because she believes Hope's relaunch at Forrester is still possible. To Brooke, this is more than business. It is validation. It is proof that Hope was not pushed aside permanently. It is also proof, in Brooke's eyes, that Ridge still understands the importance of the Logan women inside Forrester Creations. But Brooke may be reading the room too late. Hope is already looking beyond Forrester. And if Hope is close to signing a contract at Logan, Brooke could suddenly find herself caught between pride and shock. On one hand, she may admire Hope for taking control. On the other, she may feel blindsided that Hope moved so far ahead before the Forrester situation was fully resolved. That emotional conflict could hit Brooke hard. Because Brooke has been fighting for Hope from inside the Forrester world. She has been pushing, hoping, and trusting that Ridge would eventually help fix things. If Hope chooses Logan instead, Brooke may have to face an uncomfortable truth. Maybe Hope no longer believes Brooke can protect her at Forrester. That is a painful realization for a mother. And it could put Brooke in a very complicated position with Ridge. If she supports Hope's Logan line, Ridge may see it as Brooke helping build a rival brand. If she hesitates, Hope may feel unsupported at the exact moment she needs her mother most. Either way, Brooke cannot stay neutral for long. Then comes Steffi. Steffi will not view Hope's announcement as a sweet story about independence. She will likely see strategy. She will see competition. She may even see a Logan power play designed to pressure Forrester from the outside. That means Brooke's proud moment could quickly turn into a public confrontation. And Ridge, once again, may be forced into the worst possible place, standing between Brooke's loyalty to Hope and Steffi's loyalty to Forrester. This is not just a family disagreement. It is the beginning of a brand war with personal wounds underneath every decision. While Hope is questioning her future, Bill Spencer is already thinking bigger. Bill does not bring Wyatt back to Los Angeles without a reason. He is not the type to make sentimental moves without strategy behind them. If Bill is calling Wyatt home, then he likely sees an opportunity, and that opportunity may be Logan. This is where the story becomes bigger than Hope's frustration. A Logan line with Hope at the center is emotional. But a Logan empire with Bill's ambition and Wyatt's business instincts? That could become a serious threat to Forrester Creations. Wyatt could be exactly the kind of player this new venture needs. He understands branding. He understands family chaos. And more importantly, he knows how Spencer Power works. Wyatt can be charming when needed, sharp when pressured, and practical when everyone else is reacting emotionally. That balance may matter. Hope could bring the vision. Brooke could bring the Logan legacy. Bill could bring the money and aggression. Wyatt could help turn the whole thing into something organized, marketable, and dangerous for Forrester. But Bill's plan may not stay clean for long. Shauna Fulton's return changes the energy immediately. Bill may expect Wyatt to walk back into town and help strengthen Logan, but Shauna could arrive with her own agenda. She may believe that if everyone else is getting a fresh start, she deserves one too. And knowing Shauna, she will not simply ask politely and disappear if the answer is no. Her presence creates problems on several levels. For Bill, she is an unpredictable distraction. For Wyatt, she is personal history walking through the door. For Brooke, Shauna is a reminder of old wounds that never fully disappeared. And for Ridge, even one unexpected encounter with Shauna could create tension Brooke does not want to deal with. That is what makes this return so interesting. Shauna may not need to destroy anything directly. She only has to show up at the wrong time, say the wrong thing, and remind everyone of a past they would rather keep buried. So Bill may think he is building a stronger Logan future. But with Hope making bold choices, Wyatt stepping back into the game, and Shauna stirring the pot, this new empire could become powerful before it becomes stable. And that instability may be exactly what pulls Forrester into the fight. Shauna Fulton's return is not just another familiar face walking back into Los Angeles. It is a complication. She arrives at the worst possible moment, just as Logan may be gaining momentum. Hope may be preparing a bold new career move, and Brooke may already be under pressure from every direction. Shauna's presence brings history with her, and in this town, history never stays quiet for long. Her connection to Wyatt makes her return personal. Her connection to Flo makes it emotional. But her past with Ridge is what could make Brooke immediately uneasy. Brooke may try to act above it. She may tell herself that Ridge has moved on, that Shauna is no real threat, and that the past should stay buried. But Brooke knows better than anyone that old mistakes can become fresh ammunition when emotions are already high. Shauna does not even have to chase Ridge to create tension. All she has to do is appear in the same room. A look, a comment, a memory, or even a harmless conversation could be enough to set Brooke on edge. And if Shauna starts pushing for a role at Logan, that tension becomes harder to ignore. Suddenly, Brooke may have to deal with Hope's business shift, Bill's expansion plans, and a woman tied to one of the most embarrassing chapters in her love story. That is where Steffi may find another reason to question Logan's rise. From Steffi's point of view, Logan may start looking less like a serious business move and more like a gathering place for old rivals, messy loyalties, and people who could disrupt Forrester's world. Shauna's return could give Steffi the exact argument she needs. Logan is not just competition. It is chaos with a brand name. And if Brooke reacts badly, Shauna may enjoy it. Because Shauna has never needed a throne to create drama. Sometimes, she only needs an open door, a confident smile, and one unresolved wound. Will and Electra's reunion may look romantic on the surface, but underneath it, trouble is already forming. At the bikini bar party, emotions may take over. The music, the atmosphere, the chemistry. all of it could push Will and Electra back toward each other before they have fully thought through what comes next. For Electra, this could feel like a second chance. She may want to believe that love can be simple again, even after everything that has happened. For Will, it may feel like proof that he still matters to her. But reunions on this show rarely stay sweet for long. Dylan may be the first person forced to hide what she really feels. Outwardly, she can smile. She can congratulate them. She can pretend she is happy that Will and Electra found their way back to each other. But jealousy does not always announce itself loudly. Sometimes it shows up in a pause, a forced laugh, or the quiet realization that someone else has the life you wanted. That makes Dylan dangerous in a subtle way. She may not plan to sabotage anything. She may not even want to feel jealous. But if her emotions keep building while she is trying to prove she has changed, one wrong moment could expose more than she intended. Then there is RJ, and his jealousy may be far less controlled. RJ already has tension with Will, so if Will pushes him too hard, this could turn from personal irritation into a workplace demand. RJ urging Steffi and Ridge to fire Will would not just be petty anger. It would show that RJ sees Will as a real threat, not only romantically, but inside the Forrester orbit. That creates a messy problem for Steffi and Ridge. Do they treat this as a personal feud and stay out of it? Or do they see Will as someone who is bringing unnecessary drama into an already fragile workplace? The real danger is that Will and Electra may think their reunion is the beginning of something beautiful. But for Dylan and RJ, it could feel like losing ground. And when love becomes a competition, someone always starts playing dirty. Dylan thought honesty would protect her. But with Remy Price, honesty may only give him a new angle. By coming clean to Electra about her cousin connection to Remy, Dylan took a risk. She wanted to show Electra that she was not hiding behind secrets anymore. She wanted to draw a line between who she is now and the mistakes connected to Remy's past. That confession should have given her freedom. Instead, Remy may twist it into pressure. In his mind, the truth being out could mean there is no longer a reason for Dylan to keep him away from Dickie. If Electra already knows about their connection, Remy may argue that Dylan has nothing left to protect. He may insist that all she has to do is say one good word, open one door, or make one introduction. But Dylan knows it is not that simple. She understands that helping Remy could destroy the trust she just rebuilt with Electra. She also knows Remy's version of one favor may not stop at one favor. Once she gives him even a small opening, he may push for more. That is what makes this storyline tense. Remy may not come at Dylan with obvious threats at first. He may use guilt. He may remind her they are family. He may act wounded, misunderstood, or desperate for a second chance. But underneath that emotional appeal, there could be a darker message. If Dylan refuses him, he may make her life harder. And Dylan is already in a fragile position. She wants a fresh start. She wants people to believe she is not controlled by old mistakes. But Remy could pull her right back into the shadow she is trying to escape. If she helps him, she risks betraying Electra. If she refuses him, she may become his next target. That is the trap. Dylan may believe she ended the secret by telling the truth. But Remy may be ready to prove that some secrets do not end when they are exposed. They evolve. From May 25 to June 5, these next 2 weeks on The Bold and the Beautiful could reshape everything. Hope may finally stop waiting for Forrester to choose her. Brooke may be forced to defend a decision she did not fully control. Steffi may see Hope's move as a betrayal. Ridge may get pulled into another impossible family conflict. And with Wyatt and Shauna returning, Logan's future could become even messier than anyone expected. Meanwhile, Will and Electra's reunion may spark jealousy, RJ may push for payback, and Remy may drag Dylan into another dangerous emotional trap. So now the big question is simple. Is Hope building a new future, or starting a war she cannot control? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let me know whose side you are on. Hope, Steffi, Brooke, or Ridge. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more bold and the beautiful spoilers and breakdowns. Because if these next 2 weeks prove anything, it is that in Los Angeles, a new beginning can become a betrayal before anyone sees it coming.